Good day and welcome to the dining room table. New York City Mayor Eric Adams' office does a press briefing and they are talking about enrolling asylum seekers into schools. Please subscribe, like, and share. So here you have Chancellor Banks. He is going to give a report. School starts in a couple of days of what is their plan to assist asylum seekers. And I want to also include homeless children because a lot of the services you're going to see overlap on how they can assist them. As it pertains to the asylum seekers, they too have the right and the need as children to learn. So New York City has to assist with that. You're going to have a lot of challenges. Many of them do not understand English. Wherever their shelter is, how far is the shelter from the school? Right? Can all the children get into that school? Is there space? What type of transportation are they going to need to get to school on time? Supplies. A lot of times, these schools give a list on the first day of school of all the supplies that they need. If they don't have um, finances, employment, how the kid is going to be able to go to class without the supplies that they need, even the basic ones. And then you have clothes and coats. This is challenges and challenging, and I'm sure there's a lot of organizations that will step up and there's places to go, but this is going to be challenging. You also have the checkups for the children. They have to, make sure that they are okay. And then the mental health, living in a shelter period comes with uh, level of trauma. For those children who came and traveled from so far to get to New York City, the trauma there. There's word that COVID numbers are up, and when you're in those spaces and you know it can spread. And then vaccine reports, in order to enroll in school, there has always been that process that the vaccines have to be given to the school with an annual checkup. So how is that going to play out? Let's hear from the chancellor and see.
Afternoon to everyone. Hope everybody had a great summer. As we stand here today, our focus remains undeterred on the education, the well being, and the holistic development of every student that steps into a New York City public school, regardless of where they come from or the language that they speak at home. So, New York City has long been a beacon of hope and opportunity for countless individuals and their families. Since July of 2022, nearly 19,000 students in temporary housing have enrolled in our schools across all five boroughs. These numbers not only signify the vastness of our great city, but also the trust and faith that these families place in us. In line with our commitment as a sanctuary city, we have steadfastly refrained from asking for any immigration status or country of origin when enrolling our students. We understand that every child has a right to an education, and this belief is at the core of our values as New Yorkers and as Americans. To support our newcomer students, many of you will recall that we launched Project Open Arms. And this isn't just a program, but it's a commitment to ensure that no child feels left out or unsupported in our school system. From helping with school enrollment to offering access to crucial mental health supports, facilitating transportation to and from school, and to ensuring that the transition of our English language learners is smooth, Project Open Arms has been absolutely instrumental in the success that we have had to date. And I want to just recognize my chief of staff, Melissa Aviles Ramos, who's joined us here today. Melissa is the person who has been our asylum seeking czar for New York City Public Schools. She has driven the work, she has managed the teams from day one. And we have been at a very great place because of her leadership on this effort. We boast over 3,400 English as a new language licensed teachers. I want to say that once again. We have over 3,400 English as a new language licensed teachers and more than 1,700 certified bilingual teachers who are fluent in Spanish. Additionally, to bridge any communication gaps, we provide translation services to assist our families and caregivers. Understanding the unique needs of our schools, especially those experiencing an influx of new students, we released a school allocation memorandum last fall. This emergency measure ensured that schools were financially equipped to accommodate their growing student population. Beyond the standard fair student funding allocation, we committed an additional $110 million to address immediate requirements for all of our schools. This year, we completely changed our school funding formula to provide additional funding to schools based on the number of students in temporary housing that they enroll. We recognize that this specific student population faces additional challenges and that their schools need the additional resources to fully support them. And our promise doesn't end there. So throughout the fall, we keep in close coordination. We will keep in close coordination with principals and superintendents who see our newest New Yorkers join their school communities, and we will disperse funds as necessary throughout the year. The success of New York City Public Schools during this crisis is not ours alone. It is the result of tight interagency coordination with our partners here at City Hall, playing a critical role bringing every stakeholder together. So, in conclusion, I want every parent, every caregiver, and every student to know that the New York City Public Schools are here for you, regardless of where your journey began. We are committed to ensuring it progresses with strength, knowledge, love, and unwavering support. I want to thank all the parents, the families, the school principals, the students themselves who have been in our school, in our schools across the city, who have welcomed, literally, with open arms, these wonderful, brilliant, beautiful young people who have gone through so much to come here to New York to try to participate in the American dream. And we're going to do everything that we possibly can do to provide as great a level of support as we can. Um, so with that, I'll wrap.
I was remembering the Zoom that you had with some of the principals early on, where some of them were actually crying because
Yes,
they wanted to do more and
yes.
they wanted to have more volunteer opportunities. But it's just such a beautiful group of people that you work with. And so thank you for all that your principals are doing on behalf of the
And
migrant
I
children.
and I, I want to thank you for that, and I want to just again just salute them. They are the heroes in these places and spaces. These our parent coordinators, the work that they have done. They have raised money in their individual schools. They've done food drives,
That's right.
clothing drives. They've really wrapped their arms to ensure that all of the kids are really going to be good. And for that, I'm just eternally grateful to all of them.
Thank you so much, Chancellor Banks. Again, let me put a finer point.
There you have it. The Department of Education's plan. He also mentioned the parent coordinators, how they're assisting to get clothes and coats for the children. So please subscribe, like, and share. We have so much more coming.